The memory of Mammoth, namely Amy, Socrates, Kwan, and I, gathered together just after the November moot. We met just within the borders of Griffith Park to begin a quest for the solution to my problems. At first I thought that our focus would be on removing the Wyrm's glyph. However, our Thurge's visions seemed to indicate that the regaining of Fenris was the direction in which my path needed to go. I'm not one to argue with portents and visions, so it was decided that we would head to the Fenrir Homelands to petition Fenris for my acceptance back into the tribe. Though still bearing the Wyrm's glyph on my brow, I somewhat felt that I was walking to my own death. To get us started on our way, Kiwanyama summoned a Hraf. After offering it the eyeballs of any Wyrm we'd killed along this quest, it agreed to listen to the whisperings of how I might regain Fenris. In the meanwhile, we continued on toward the Fenrir Homelands. Our path took us far northward, the land slowly changing from the shrub of warm and arid California to that of a more sturdy and cold-tolerant thicket and woods. With wind whipping about us, our path led to a dolmen at the top of a cold mountain. It was here that we met up with the Hraf once more. The raven questioned my sincerity in seeking redemption, and then my packmates as to their reasons in aiding me on my quest. Satisfied with our answers, it had us follow it through the dolmen. We descended an icy trail between two cliff faces. Lining the cliff walls were the carved and hammered-out features of great Fenrir warriors, a silent warning to all who would think to enter Fenrir lands without just purpose and strength within. The trail ended at a rocky ledge that cut off abruptly, descending a good 50 to 60 feet along a sheer cliff that overlooked the Fenrir Homelands. The cliff had no trail down. There was little choice but to climb down by hand, my packmates in Glabro and I in Hamid. Now, climbing down the near-shift cliff was not as easy and straightforward as you might think. The rock outcrops we used as hand and footholds were small and narrow and prone to breakage. Add into this scenario a somewhat irate hawk with talons which I suspect were silver, and you have a recipe for a difficult journey down, or a speedy fall. We managed the former. Eventually all the pack were down, and all that was left to do was decide where to go from there.